the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Brown, a final shot before break. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been Everything it was cracked up to be, all tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some stats get called.
They'll run on first down. It's Brown, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Johnson on 1st and 10, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now, he's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Johnson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Johnson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Second and 1. Caught by Jones.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On play action, they'll throw. Jones has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And the Falcons are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Now Johnson on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, he said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Running left is Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a misses him. Hands, a little bit questionable.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. From the gun, Johnson. This will be caught by Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They give it to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They try and run forward here with Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down 28-21. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Second down and inches. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Second and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's got it. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll look to throw here. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. Through these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Smith catches left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And the Panthers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Johnson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Johnson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Johnson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards the pick up there. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
A quick throw here, that's complete. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on. That's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.